What about all the funny female comedians? Like, No. Right. No.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 times Ricky Gervais pissed off everyone.
Like, you don't ever think it was a joke, it was a terrible thing and someone was hurt, but it was a joke. You don't think like that, do you?
For this list, we'll be looking at controversies and scandals in the comedian and actor's career that greatly annoyed the UK public. Who's better, Gervais, Stephen Merchant, or Karl Pilkington? Let us know below. Number 10. Disability slur. Gervais found himself in hot water when he began using an offensive word that's often used against those with Down syndrome as a general insult to everyone. He also used the term in his acting and stand-up work. It soon began making people feel really uncomfortable.
It's a word you don't hear very often, isn't it?
When people began slating him for using the term, Gervais doubled down initially and claims it refers to Down syndrome as much as gay means happy. Not long after, Gervais changed his tune. He realised he was wrong for using it after hearing Nicola Clark, a disability campaigner, talk about the scandal and how it affected her disabled children. Gervais said he was naive about his views and didn't mean to insult anyone. Number 9. Homophobic accusations. Over the years, especially in the early days of his career, Gervais's work sometimes caused people to accuse him of homophobia. If he wasn't performing stereotypical impressions on the Ricky Gervais show, he was accused of gay baiting in the 2010 film Cemetery Junction. There's also the infamous 2022 stand-up Supernature. The LGBTQ+ monitoring organisation GLAAD slated the production for his anti-gay rhetoric and its misinformation on HIV.
It's like the worst disease ever. And they went, brilliant.
But away from his stage persona, Gervais has spoken publicly about his support for same-sex relationships. In 2012, he criticised homophobic parents in an interview with CNN. He's also publicly supported same-sex marriage several times. It's a bit of a confusing contrast. Number 8. Rock support. After Will Smith slapped Chris Rock for his dodgy jokes about Jada Pinkett Smith at the 2022 Oscars, most of the world was divided and took sides on who was right and wrong. But Gervais was adamant about who was the baddie, the I Am Legend actor.
That joke that Will Smith smacked someone for was the sweetest, lamest joke in the world.
Gervais decided to make jokes about alopecia on Twitter in defense of Rock, which harmed the American comedian more than supported him, especially when Gervais mocked Smith's ban from the Oscars. Then again, Gervais's position isn't too surprising considering the jokes he made whenever he hosted the Golden Globes. In the past, Gervais has criticised cancel culture and spoke about freedom of speech. But freedom of speech doesn't mean a person is free of consequences.
People on Twitter, it was trending, people saying, what would have happened if Ricky had been hosting it? And I said, nothing, because I wouldn't have made a joke about his wife's hair. I'd have made a joke about her boyfriend.
Number 7. Blaming victims. When a lot of famous women had their accounts hacked and private content uploaded for the world to see, most people were pretty creeped out by the thieves with their massive invasion of privacy.
And it is what could be the largest breach of private, racy celebrity photos in history.
But not Gervais. He made a joke online that essentially blamed the women for possessing such content and for their private lives being exposed. Yikes. He then deleted the post, but reiterated that it was a joke and wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Although classing the comment as a joke seemed really generous. He also uploaded one of his usual bath photos, but this time in black and white, with another jab about the image being leaked and that the hackers should be ashamed. Number 6. Catholic critic. You might be surprised by this, but Ricky Gervais is an atheist. It's shocking really, as he never mentions it, so it's probably not surprising that he's taken shots at religion over the years. When Gervais was hosting the 73rd Golden Globe Awards in 2016, he mentioned the film Spotlight, which was about an abuse scandal in the Catholic Church and took aim at the institution.
The Catholic Church are furious about the film.
He then made it more uncomfortable by joking that Roman Polanski described it as the best date movie ever.
Roman Polanski called it the best date movie ever.
Polanski, a film director, pled guilty to assaulting a minor before fleeing the US in 1978. Number 5. Royal Slam. Every year, the UK's royal family releases the New Year's Honours List that publicises who will receive an award such as an MBE, OBE or a knighthood. Well, in 2018, when the new list was announced, Gervais was absent from it, and he didn't seem too delighted about it on social media. He gave a brief rundown of his rags to riches story before telling the royals they could shove their knighthood, but suggested a lordship instead. He finished by sarcastically praising their work. Some users seemed confused why Gervais was expecting to be on the list, while others said it's just his dry sense of humour. Number 4. Afterlife Scandal. Charlie Hanson is one of the most successful comedy producers in the UK. He's responsible for a lot of Gervais's work like Derek, Extras, Life's Too Short and Afterlife. But in 2021, news came out about Hanson's historical assault and misconduct allegations from 11 women between 2008 and 2015. In the aftermath, Hanson quickly had his BAFTA membership suspended and was removed from his producing position at the Netflix series. Gervais made a statement that he was appalled and shocked by the news. Hanson denies the allegations. Number 3. Hollywood Hate. Whenever Gervais was hosting the Golden Globes, you knew the press and social media would be quickly filled with reactions to his tongue-in-cheek jokes. And for the 77th Golden Globe Awards, he didn't disappoint. Making it clear it was to be his last one, Gervais slated the celebrities in the audience.
So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable.
He mocked them for being woke and called them hypocrites for working for some dodgy companies as well as being friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
People were a bit divided on the speech. Some believed he was just stating facts, while others felt that Gervais was a bully and it wasn't the place to publicly air such opinions.
You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so...
Number 2. Supernature. Yep, here we are. The trans community seems to be a punching bag for edgy comedians and commentators. For years, Gervais too has taken jabs at them, such as making inappropriate comments about Caitlyn Jenner, or issuing support for anti-trans figures on social media. But his Netflix stand-up special, Ricky Gervais' Supernature, really brought his bile to the forefront.
They're as good as gold, I love them.
People were livid at the show and Gervais's transphobic comments, especially at the end when he seemed to strip away the persona and confirm his support for the trans community, only for it to be a setup for another tasteless joke.
You've been amazing, good night.
Number 1. HBO Slur. When HBO released Talking Funny with Gervais, Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld and Louis C.K., it sounded like a comedic dream show. In hindsight, it really wasn't.
But you gradually evolve the act. You do new stuff.
Yeah.
And not just because of the many allegations involving Louis C.K. In a sit-down interview with 4 comedians talking shop, one part involved Rock and C.K. reminiscing about working together before the latter starts using a particular racial slur. Gervais, who produced the show, can be seen and clearly heard cackling away with glee.
Amazing!
Gervais and Seinfeld say they don't use the term, but then Gervais flat out uses the word and laughs with excitement. CK jokes that he and Gervais use it in private. It's really uncomfortable viewing and was slated by viewers.
These two guys don't.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.